Everybody, this is Craig Garber. Welcome to Everyone Loves Guitar. Man, I've got a great blues player on with us today. We're with the one and only Artur Menezes, and thank you, Artur. It's been a long time. We've been trying to schedule this, so thanks. I appreciate your patience.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure. If you don't know Artur, I'm really glad you're getting to get turned on to him. Let me give you some of his background. He's a really good blues player. He crosses genres with not only blues, psychedelic rock, funk, and Brazilian rhythms. Based in LA, this Brazilian artist is making his name playing around the US, promoting his latest album, which is Keep Pushing, which is his fourth record, and his really good music video called Fight for Your Love. And Josh Smith produced this?
Yeah, he produced the album and also this new single. The new single, it's not on this album.
Oh, it's going to be on the next record.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. I had Josh on this show a long time ago, so you're in good hands there, man.
Yeah.
Recently, Artur won the grand prize in a contest promoted by Ernie Ball to perform at Eric Clapton's Crossroads Guitar Festival. He's also winner of the Gibson Albert King Award for Best Guitarist by the Blues Foundation and third place at International Blues Challenge 2018. He shared the stage with Joe Satriani in a festival in Brazil for 20,000 people in 2017, and he recently started teaching guitar at Musicians Institute in Hollywood. He's headlined numerous festivals, and in 2014, he headlined at Augusta Blues Festival in Estonia, and he played clubs in the UK. In 2015, he had a tour in Mexico, and in 2013, Argentina. In 2012, he opened up Buddy Guy's tour. He's one of the founders of the society Casa do Blues, which is House of Blues, which promotes weekly blues shows in Brazil. He was also a speaker at Tedx, which I wish that was in English, man, because that's pretty badass that you get
Portuguese.
I'm like, shit, I don't know Portuguese. But man, thank you very much for coming on the show. I'm really glad. It was, I just want to tell, I told you this before we started, but I want to share this with the listener. Artur's got a lot of different videos online. And so go to his YouTube channel and subscribe. But it was really cool because I watched a number of videos, and in each video, he's playing different guitars, all very cool guitars. But it was so cool to see he sounded like himself, no matter what guitar he was playing. It wasn't like, okay, I pick up a Gibson and I sound. It sounded like himself. And it was really great. And that's a great example of watching somebody play and learning from them and appreciating that it's all in the hands and the heart, and is, much less to do with the equipment you're playing. So dude, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's get rolling. What a work ethic you have, man. You've got a ton of stuff you're doing, and I don't think people realize how tough it is to do what you guys do. I mean, first you're opening tours for other people, then you get your own show, you're all over the States, you're on your fourth record, and you're basically playing your ass off every single chance you have. And what I'm give you tons of credits for, you're doing this as a guy who came from Brazil, not even speaking English as your first language. And Portuguese is not, it's not like Spanish and English where it's like, you could sort of like get it easier. Portuguese is a much different and more difficult language. So congratulations for everything you've accomplished, man. My question is, what do you attribute this work ethic to, and what makes you so ambitious and so full of drive?
Okay, thanks for everything you said.
You're welcome, man.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just I just like to do what I love, in my family, in my home, since I was a kid. I always heard that from my mother, that I should do what I love, because she's a singer. She was a teacher. She was teaching psychology at the university, but she was also singing. So singing, it wasn't her main job, but she was doing that every week, And I saw the passion that she has, and she still has, yeah. And she always told me, do what you love, do what you like, because if you do properly and with passion and like being showing up on time, being professional, you're gonna make it. So there's not, because in Brazil, I think it's not only in Brazil, but we always hear that, you're gonna be a musician. Oh man, I don't know, you're not gonna make money. It's tough. I disagree. I think any job, if you, and the thing is, it's not about making money, So money is good. It's the fuel. You need the money, oil to the machine. You need to,
Yeah.
and it's a very expensive addiction. Guitars are so expensive, and we love them, and we cannot have only one. I see that you have I see only from here 5 guitars already. So I don't even know what you're hiding.
Yes. It's I'm sorry, 335. That's my main.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my main.
And so yeah, I just like that. And since I was a kid, I have this thing that when I start something, I'm really focused and I really want to finish. So I remember as a kid, when I got homework, I was already doing the homework when the teacher said, pages, I don't know, 3 and 4 for tomorrow. I was already doing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I have to finish, because when I finish, I can have fun. So I can go play, So I have the same thing with the guitars and with the career, I have to be productive. I have to do something. So when I finish, I can jam. I can have fun. So I think that comes from childhood, I think that's it.
That's very cool. When you, how did you learn English what prompted you to come here even?
So first time I came here to America, it was 2006. I was 21. And then I decided to come only with 21, so I would go to the clubs, because my thing is I want to go and see the blues. I was already playing professionally. I was already playing the blues in Brazil, already making money. But I said, you know what? I want to learn from the masters. I want to be in that community. I want to see how it is for real. So I came, but I came as a student, as an English student. And so I wasn't working. I was just going to the clubs and watching the musicians and jamming, and going to jam sessions or being invited to jump on stage and play with them. That's what I did.
This was in Chicago?
It was in Chicago, yeah, first time.
So you went to a good place for the blues.
Yeah. Oh. So I came here to study English in an English school, and I couldn't say anything. I mean, I could say like, "What's your name? Thank you so much. How much is this?" And a sentence that I memorized: "Is there any jam session here?" So many times, so many times.
Is there any jam session
here? So all the time that I went to a place, it's like, "Hey, guitar player from Brazil. My name is Artur. Is there any jam session?"
That's awesome, man.
Something like that. Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. So how long did it take to learn English? Because again, it's not like really literal like in Spanish and English are pretty similar. Portuguese, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take?
I think when you are in the culture and you want to speak in English, like I was in an English school, and there were some Brazilian people there, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna talk to them, but I'm not gonna be too much time with them, because I know if something happens and we have like a tough situation or we need something, we're gonna speak in Portuguese.
Yes.
But if I'm just hanging with people from different countries or even Americans, and everything that I need to express, I'm going to have to do in English, So I was in school every day, only talking in English, and then at night going to the blues clubs to jam or to watch the musicians, the blues musicians, and all the time talking in English. So I think after 3 weeks, I was already having dreams. In English.
Wow. Yeah. That's amazing. You must have, see that I always say, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you look at the work ethic you have with music and homework, and now it's the same thing when you try to learn a new language, you know what I'm saying? You have the same approach to get, the focus and intensity. It's really cool to see that, man. Really.
Yeah. I even remember that first dream in English. I was playing basketball. I don't remember with who. It was with some blues musicians from the clubs that I saw.
That is really funny.
Yeah, they would talk, because I used to play basketball too in Brazil.
Oh, back in Brazil, okay.
Yeah, so we were playing basketball and talking in English, and that was so natural. And then when I woke up, I said, wow, that was cool.
That must have been a good feeling, though, too, to be dreaming. Yeah, that's nice, man. So you were very, what's the word? Comfortable in English within a month.
Maybe, but just with the basic stuff, with the night stuff.
Yeah.
Like going out and, about music, about drinking, about having fun, or
Right.
about meeting new people. I was good at English, but when it came to different stuff or to talk more like about politics or about social stuff, or I don't know, I wasn't comfortable. I didn't have the vocabulary for that.
How long did that take, roughly?
I don't think I have yet the vocabulary
You know
to
what?
go deep.
It's really funny because I grew up in New York City. Everybody spoke something else. So, and I like talking to people from other countries because of that. Because I always think if you grew up in Brazil, I'm going to learn something from you because you got exposed to totally different thoughts and ideas than I did. So I always liked it. Plus, all my friends, everybody had accents, whatever. And it's funny because I talk to people now as an adult, and I've had people on the show from like 25 countries all over the world. And they always like, yeah, I don't know about my accent. And I said, look, your expectations, and I'll say this to you, of yourself are much higher than you need to communicate here, because your English is great, man. And even when you were singing, I was wondering, how long did it take till you could start singing in English?
I know singing. I started singing after came to Chicago for the first time. When I came back to Brazil, so I decided to put my own band and sing. I was just playing with different bands, and then because the singing, I'm not actually talking, so I'm just memorizing the sounds and the melodies, and
Yeah, so you're not really like a dialogue like this.
No, nowadays, yes, because that actually I learned from my girlfriend. She's a singer too, and she was all the time say, you have to really think of the lyrics when you're singing and put the emotion, because people will see that you just being like a robot. It's not gonna sound real. So and then I start, and then when I start writing my own lyrics and really trying to put the emotion and thinking about the lyrics when I'm singing, not thinking only about the sounds. It's hard, actually.
It is hard, yeah. It's really hard.
It's too many things. It's the playing, it's the communicating with the audience, it's the feeling comfortable on stage and communicating with the bandmates and everything, and still thinking about the emotion. It's a lot, especially when and you don't have like a booking agency, you don't have like a manager, you don't have nothing. So you're dealing with everything by yourself. It's a lot of things.
Yeah, it's a ton of work. It's incredible. Is your girlfriend American or is she Brazilian?
She's Israeli.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So is she teaching you Hebrew and you teaching her Portuguese? Man, do you know, did you meet Guy King when you were in Chicago?
Yes.
He's a great guy. He's a good guy.
He's a great friend of mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yesterday we were on the phone. Yesterday or 2 days ago. Yeah. All the time that I talk with him on the phone, when I finish the call and I say, "Whoa, 50 minutes, 1 hour."
He's a good. Next time you speak to him, tell him I said hi. I had him on the show. Very sweet guy, man. I really enjoyed talking to him. And did you have Brazil's massive, so I don't know if you know this guy, but do you know Andreas Kisser?
Yes, we played together. Like,
did you really?
Yeah.
And he's a,
believe it or not, blues festivals. He's from Sepultura, so he plays like thrash metal. I don't know. You call
yes,
thrash?
Thrash metal. Yeah.
Yeah. So we played in some blues festivals together. We were playing blues. Yeah.
He's a really
couple of times there.
Yeah, he's a real, and as you know, in Brazil, he's like a huge celebrity.
Yes.
And he's such a regular guy. I mean, very family oriented. Was a very sweet guy to talk with, man. I really enjoyed it. Just really cool. All about his family, man. He was really cool. His kid plays with him too now.
Yeah, he plays drums, right?
I think he plays guitar.
What?
I think he plays. Oh, he's got 3 kids. Maybe one of them plays drums, but I know the one of them is funny. He's got long hair, just like his dad, and he plays guitar. Yeah, they have a band together too. It's funny. So, small world, man, isn't it?
That's the dream, have kids that can play with you, so you don't have to spend much money.
There you go. When you came here, what were some of the most difficult, like, cultural or language adjustments that you had to make initially coming from Brazil?
For me, it was just the ability to communicate, especially when I was talking with you, when I mentioned about the politics or social stuff or more deep conversations, because I couldn't, it was very frustrating because I couldn't, you know, and at the time in Brazil, nowadays I'm more like a laid back guy. I don't talk too much about politics or that stuff. I just focus on my music, my family, you know.
Yeah.
But before I was very interested in that stuff. So when I was here and I wanted to talk about this, the situations in Brazil, the reality there, but I couldn't express myself. So it was very frustrating. And the other thing I would say, just the food, you know.
You
Not
missed the food.
necessarily. I don't believe that food there is better than food here or something like that. It's
But
just
you
that
miss
the
it.
food,
You miss
yeah,
it.
food that I got used to eat my whole life, you know.
What do you miss the most? What food do you miss the most?
I'll say rice and beans. That's what we eat every day in Brazil.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you're from Brazil, because Brazil is huge.
Yeah.
It's rice, beans, salad, and steak,
Yeah.
or chicken or fish, you know. So more like the rice and beans. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much every Latin country, though.
Yeah, yeah.
I got so many friends.
But it's cooked in a different way, you know.
Yeah,
rice and beans in Mexico is completely different. The taste.
In Cuba, in Puerto Rico, it's all different how it's prepared. Yeah, I know. What American food do you like the most? What have you learned to enjoy?
I really like burgers, but no, really, for real. I love it. I love
That's
it.
funny.
The problem is I have gluten intolerance.
Oh, wow.
So it's it's hard to find places that has gluten-free bun, gluten-free bread.
Yeah.
So, and I really like the steaks, you know.
Yeah, steaks are good. Yeah, that's what beef is very big in Brazil, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But the cuts, they're different in Brazil and here. And the way that, in Brazil, we only use like salt on the steaks.
Yeah.
Here, sometimes you have some sauce and something like that. So it's different.
Yeah.
Both good, both great. So I really like the steaks here, and I like the steaks in Brazil too. Yeah.
It's funny. I only use salt on my steaks, and I was in like San Diego, I don't know, 6 months ago, and I was at a business meeting, but my very close friend lives there, and he's from Lebanese and his wife's from Costa Rica, and they took me out to a, Brazilian like steakhouse.
Oh, which one? Do you remember?
It was in San Diego. I don't remember, man. I'm
Maybe
sorry.
Fogo de Chão.
I don't think that was it.
Okay.
But man, it was so good. It was, oh my God. It was delicious. And I don't usually eat a lot of beef, but it was so good, the beef, the way it was seasoned. And I just kept getting more and more. My God, it was just such great food, man. So I understand what you're talking about. I think
it's like coffee. It's like coffee. If you drink coffee with sugar, it's different when you drink just a coffee. You know, just a coffee, you're gonna really feel the taste of the coffee. The sugar comes up, it changes the taste. Yeah. So the steaks with only salt, I think it's more real. That's really how it's supposed to taste. You know, Dude,
it was great. I love steak with salt. In fact, I got some steaks to grill in the freezer now. I'm gonna take them out after talking to you. So once you first got here, how did you get work?
I just started working, I think it was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I don't know. Because as I told you before, when I came for Chicago, the 3 times that I came, I always came as a student.
Right.
So I was just going to the jams, watching, I wasn't working. But this time I came as a student at the beginning. So it was 2016. So I was at the Musicians Institute.
Oh, okay. Great.
But my whole plan, it was just get there to finish school and get the permission to work. Because when you finish, you got the permission to work.
Great.
Because the thing is, not saying that, we always have something new to learn, but I'm so blues oriented, so focused on the blues, and I already studied that a lot, that I knew that I wouldn't have much to learn in that school.
I get it. Yeah.
But it was great about networking, and meeting people. And now I'm a teacher there. So
yeah. How did you get that? How did that come up?
They invited me, to teach some blues classes, and that's it.
That's really cool, man. Congratulations. Cool. That's nice.
Thank you. So I studied there for like 9 months, and then I got the permission to work, and then I started working, and then I applied for my green card, which was approved, but I'm
Great.
still waiting to receive. So it's actually, it's been more than a year already that I'm waiting. So
Yeah.
in that time, during the time, I applied for a permission to work and to travel. So that's why I'm able
That's
to do it.
great, man.
It's like
I'm
a
glad.
temporary thing. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I'm glad all this stuff is well earned, man.
Thank
Uh, so what are you working on right now that you're most excited about?
I'm very excited with the Crossroads thing.
Yeah. Talk about that, man.
Yeah. So I don't know when you're gonna post the show. I don't know if it's gonna be before or
I'll tell
after.
you right now.
Because the show is Saturday. It's Saturday now.
Oh, it's this Saturday. Yeah. It's not, it's going to be after that. Wow. So it's this Saturday. Holy crap. What are you playing?
Huh? Sorry.
What are you playing?
What? You mean what?
Like what songs are you playing? Like,
I'm gonna play only originals.
Okay.
It's a short gig. It's half an hour.
Hey, man, half-hour Crossroads. That's going to be a lot of opportunities coming out of there, man.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So I'm gonna play only originals, and yeah, that's it. I'm very excited with that, and not only about the playing, but to be there and to see all my heroes.
Yeah.
Plays,
That's
Jeff Beck, Clapton, John Mayer, Billy Gibbons, Derek Trucks, so many, Buddy Guy I saw many times, and it's all the time amazing, and yeah.
What, I was going to ask you a question about that. Where is it this year?
It's in Dallas.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Do you know, there's another guy younger than you, blues cat, coming up from Italy, Danny Franchi?
No, I don't know him.
Yeah, he's another guy. He's come, and I think he might have played Crossroads. I don't know, a long time ago. But he's an up and coming young guy too. Nice guy, really good.
Nice. Cool. I'll search. Yeah.
So, what kind of so how does Crossroads work? It's just like a big festival, and it's different. Is it different stages, or it's all the same stage and different?
No, I play in a different stage.
It's different stages.
When they called me and they'd say, "Hey, you won the Crossroads. We chose you." Because the thing is, it was a contest, the website. So the first 100, the top 100, goes to a panel of judges, and then from there they picked only one.
That's amazing.
So it was like a judging criteria. I don't know who were the judges. I'm actually wondering if Clapton was one of the judges, because if it was, whoa, this is amazing.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know. But the thing is, yeah, so we had this thing. So when they called me and they said, and then I asked, so I'm going to be playing the same stage? He said, no. But he said, don't worry. It's a great stage too. It's big. And actually, some of the artists that's going to be performing there, they're going to come. So he said like big names that he told me to not tell.
Yeah. Okay.
But some of them, they're going to come to play like short sets. Actually, the guy that's going to be playing right after us, I cannot tell, but he's one of my heroes, and I don't know, he's just gonna kick our asses on stage after that. But anyway,
no, he's not. Cool, I would bet you he'd probably ask you to come out.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
That's great, man. What a good opportunity. I guarantee you some other good opportunities are going to come from that for sure.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah.
Because you may connect. There's going to be managed. You said you're self-managed right now, and you're doing. You might get people. That's the good place to get contacts with people like that. And there's not going to be any bullshit kind of people there. You would think you'll be able to vet them out and ask around questions in the industry. Someone wants to manage me. Is this a good person? Whatever, That's good, man. I wish you the best of luck. And I know you're going to play great. And that's a nice opportunity, man. Tell me about your TED Talk. Because that's that's a very big honor.
Yeah, it was great. The TED Talks, they have many subjects. So when they invited me, it was to talk about dreams. Like searching for your, how to say, pursuing the dreams.
Yeah, following your dreams, pursuing your dreams. Yeah.
So the TED Talks, it was about my experience, like leaving my hometown and moving to Sao Paolo, which is the biggest city in Brazil, and also going to Chicago, and without speaking anything in English, without knowing nobody, without family, and and learning about the blues and learning English, and then coming back to Brazil and keep doing my thing and all my career and the achievements that I had. So it was more something about that. So more about like a following your dreams.
So you must have been a pretty well-known celebrity in Brazil yourself to be asked to speak on a TED Talk.
Yes, I am. But the thing is, you're not actually a big celebrity if you're playing blues. You know.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I understand what you're
So
saying.
the guitar players, the rock community, the blues community, the festivals, the jazz and blues festivals community, they all know me.
Yeah.
But it's not something like the mainstream. I mean.
Yeah, I don't know why it is, because if amongst guitar players, blues is the most popular genre to play. I mean, if you look on all the places selling courses, it's always blues is the number one courses. And yet, you're right. That is, for some reason, in pop culture, like not the number, the top guys people want to see. And I don't know why.
I think it's just because it's not on the media.
Yeah,
so if it's not on the media, so people they buy, they hear, they watch what is there. Sometimes they don't search, or sometimes they don't even know what blues is,
Yeah.
But if you have more space, like in the media, like the prime time TV shows or whatever, I believe that people would love the blues, because I always say, like kidding, that there are only two kinds of people that like the blues and people that don't know about the blues.
Oh, that's good, man.
Because when you know about the blues, you're gonna like. There's no way,
Dude, I'm gonna write that down. That was very good. People that like the blues and people that don't know.
And you have many styles inside the blues, so it's not only acoustic, or it's not only sad. You have like happy stuff going on, like upbeat stuff. Like it's just so many.
Yeah, man, that's a very good point. I don't know why it's not in media as much as it is, because you're right. How it's hard not to, even for the average person that's not into music, it's hard to not like a guy like yourself, or a Buddy Guy, or an Albert King, or a Freddie King, and just to hear the soul that they're pouring out there, that you guys are giving us. It's very hard not to like that. So that's a really good point, and I don't know why that hasn't happened. Well, if I ever have media channels, I'll make sure it happens. That's what I can tell you.
Yeah, probably the people in charge of the media, they also don't know about the blues, or I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. I wonder why.
Yeah.
In Brazil, did you grow up in a bigger city or a smaller town?
Yeah, no, it's a big city.
Would you?
I don't know how many people there, but let's say it's top 5 cities in Brazil. Maybe it's called Fortaleza.
Spell that.
Fortaleza.
Okay, I've actually heard of that. Fortaleza. Yeah, okay, I've heard of that. So it's one of the top 5 big cities. What was growing up there for you like? Like, what was your childhood like growing up?
It was great. It was amazing. At that time, I was playing soccer all the time. And when I got older, I was playing basketball too. And, all the time. And I was spending the vacations, the holidays with my father. He and my mother and him, they broke up. They got divorced when I was 2, I guess, 2 years old. So it was all the time, July, December, and January with my father in his hometown, and then the rest of the year with my mother in my hometown.
Oh,
so
cool.
It was good. So I had the city and I had the countryside going on too, during my growing up. And actually, I had a lot of influences come from my old brother, and it was amazing. He was the one that put me into the music and everything.
Does he play?
He not anymore. He used to play drums in some rock bands, and then he started playing bass in blues bands. And actually, it was my first band. It was with him.
Oh, that's cool.
And actually, he started before all of those. He started playing guitar, but he gave up.
That's cool.
So that's the guitar that I first played. It had only one string, because it was there resting on the couch, and then the strings start to break, And then one day I decided to pick, and my friend, from my same building. I had this friend, and he was learning how to play acoustic guitar with a method with numbers. So if it was like number 10, it would be like first string opened.
Right.
If it was 12, it was first string fret number 2, something like that. So I learned how to play this song called Asa Branca. Asa Branca. It's a Brazilian popular folk music from Luis Gonzaga. And then I learned how to play that song. And then I came to my mother with the guitar with only one string, and I said, hey, check this out. And she was a singer, right?
Oh, right.
Oh, and I said, yes, I want to learn how to play guitar. Can you buy me like a proper one, like a new one? And then they bought me an acoustic, my mother and my father.
Right.
Very cheap one. Terrible.
Strings were like way high off the.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, so.
Very cool. Was your dad musical too?
He was musical, but not a musician.
Yeah, interesting.
He had a great taste. He had some classical music albums, and he is a big fan of Pink Floyd. And he had some blues records too. And yeah.
Have either of your parents seen you play here in the States?
My mother, she came here 3 times already to visit. She actually came to play some shows.
Oh, cool. She must have felt like $1 million seeing you.
Yeah. She loves it. My father at the beginning, he didn't allow me to play. He said, no, music is not a good career. It's terrible. You just treat music as your hobby, have your, like a main work, a real job, like he said.
Yeah.
And then I was doing that because I really respected him. So I was playing, but I was studying law. I studied law at the university. I studied administration and business too. I didn't finish any of those because it reached a point that I realized, this is my thing. So I remember that day I talked to him and said, hey, Dad, I really respect your opinion and everything and your advices. But the thing is, music it's what I love. I'm gonna do that. There's no way. And
it was a tough conversation.
It was, and it was New Year's Eve. No, it was the first day of some years after we got a party and everyone drank and everything. So it was the next morning, everyone in the hangover, and I had that realization. And I said, you know what? That's music, what I want. So I told him, and he said, okay, if it's what you really want, just be professional, do your best, and try to really take this serious, not as a joke, something like that. Yeah. So, and then now he's a big fan.
So in the end, he was very supportive of you once he knew that's
now he is. Now he is. He all the time checking, celebrating when I have some achievements, and he calls me, and
That's great, man. Congratulations. Yeah. That's really nice. Has your brother seen you play?
Oh, many times, but not here.
Not here in the States. He's in Brazil still?
Yes.
Yeah. That's cool.
He was a very, he used to love rock and roll, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, that kind of stuff. But then he changed it. So he's very into Brazilian folk music, especially the one from my hometown.
Very cool.
And he writes. He's a great writer. He writes some kind of special poetry. You say poetry?
Yeah.
Poetry?
Yeah.
In Brazil, it's a popular one. It's called cordel. It's a very, very cool one. And he also does some art that he do some sculptures in the wood, and then he put paint over, black paint, and then he put the paper over it, and then he has like the paint on the paper. So it's
cool. So
he's
both you guys
very talented. He's very talented, and he's actually famous doing that right now in Brazil.
That's really cool. So you both became creative professionals.
Yeah.
That's nice, man. That's really cool. So you get to talk.
And my young brother, he has a blues band too.
That's
not
funny.
Not professionally, but he plays the blues too.
That's great, man. That's really cool. I like that story, man. What have you made any? Everybody makes mistakes in their career. Can you maybe talk about a mistake or two that you made and the lessons that you learned from it?
Yes, I could say 2 mistakes. First one, at the beginning, I was really coping the blues note by note, and even the style, the way I was dressing and everything. And you have to play the blues. It has to be like that. You cannot mix with any different style. And, you know, have to be very, I was very traditional playing the blues. And then at the same time, I loved like rock and some Brazilian music. But when I was playing the blues, it has to be the blues. It has to be perfect. And I didn't like when someone was even singing blues in Portuguese. I said, oh, this is not blues. This is not right, you know. So I went to Chicago for the first time. And when I went to the blues clubs, I thought that everyone would be playing traditional, but they were like mixing with funk, with rock, rap, hip hop, you know, with doing like crazy stuff and more modern stuff. And I came to this realization. I thought, wow, if they from here, that's where the blues was born, and it's their culture, and they are mixing in there, and they are not thinking like I was thinking, like that I have to respect and everything. So why am I from? Why me from Brazil? I have to be like that. It's not even my culture. I mean, culture in art, I think it's universal.
No, I understand. Yeah. I understand what you're saying, though. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And then I said, you know what? So when I came back to Brazil and I started to mix, then I started to play more Jimi Hendrix, and I started to mix with rock, lots of Stevie Ray Vaughan, and mixing blues with Brazilian rhythms and with funk. And yeah.
I give you a lot of credit for being open-minded enough to recognize that, and then to sort of like give yourself permission to change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not an easy thing to do many times. So good for you, man. That's great.
Then I started to also dress like myself, you know. I wasn't trying to copy anymore. So everything became more real. The music became more real, you know, more convincing. Like, and I bet
you felt better about what you were doing, I bet.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It felt more real. And I still play traditional. If you come to see my shows, I have my own songs. I like to mix. I like to do that. But sometimes I play like a slow blues and just very traditional, or like a shuffle. I still like that, and I love that. And I really respect artists that are still very traditional. I think we have to have both, you know, to keep the blues alive. You need both. You need the traditional, and you need also the modern to try to bring new audiences, like new people to the blues, you know?
Sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, because some people, some, I don't know, some young kids that like John Mayer's pop music, when they see that John Mayer playing something more bluesy or something like that, I say, oh, that's cool. What's that? And then they're going to learn about the blues, you know?
Yeah.
So I think both are important, the modern and the traditional.
I agree with you. You look at a guy like Buddy Guy. He's always played a bunch of different stuff, and he's one of the guys who made all this stuff, you know?
Exactly.
So he's an amazing player, man.
Even Muddy Waters and Little Walter, when they were in Chicago, and I think it was during the 60s, I don't know. Anyway, they at that time people were playing like acoustic blues, you know, and then Little Walter, he put the harmonica on a guitar amplifier, and Muddy Waters picked an electric guitar. And I think when they were doing that, many people say, oh, this is not blues, you know, probably.
Right.
But that's what we know by blues nowadays. Like, the first blues that comes in your mind when we talk about the blues is the Chicago blues.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the second thing? You said there was two things. One was copying the blues too much.
The second it was when I compromised my sound, starting working with some companies just to get an endorsement. Because I thought that would be important, you know, that have like a recognition from some companies. But then many times I was playing gear that I wasn't comfortable, you know, with that. And I grew up seeing all my heroes, they were playing Gibson's Fenders.
Yeah.
And that's the sound I had in my mind. Nothing against different companies. They're great. They're creating some new stuff or just copying what Gibson and Fender did. No problem. I know great companies. Music Man makes great guitars. You know, you have a lot of stuff going on. But then I was compromising my music just to get some kind of endorsement. So, yeah, I didn't have any fights or any arguing with the companies that I worked before. but I came to the realization that I have to play what I like and not approaching the companies. The companies will approach me. So that's what been happening. I've been working with Gibson, you know. It's not official because actually I don't, because I like to play whatever I like, you know. I like to play with companies too. So I don't like the exclusive thing.
Yeah.
But I did that in Brazil before with some companies.
Man, I really have a lot of respect for you, because as a young guy to learn these things on your own, and you basically came to the same conclusion with two different situations. And that conclusion is, I've got to be true to what's coming out of my heart and my hands.
Yeah.
And that's not always an easy decision, especially when there's money involved. Like you're thinking, oh, how much, I get free guitars, and, will they put me in magazines? And it's a big temptation.
Yeah, that was my thoughts.
Yeah. And you're in this new country, and now you're trying to get stuff going, and it's normal to think, oh man, I can get in a magazine. And if I don't go, maybe I'll never get in a magazine. So all these thoughts going through your head are very natural. And I really give you a lot of credit, because I think it took a certain amount of integrity and courage to come to the conclusion that to walk away was the right thing to do, or to play what is coming out of your heart, it was the right thing to do. So really, I have a lot of respect for you.
But I have much respect for all those companies. They were very, very cool to me. It's just because I realized that the most important thing is the sound, and it's me being happy with the sound. If the sound is not there, so because we make music, the big part of the music that we do, that we play, especially the blues, is the tone.
Absolutely.
The tone is not there.
Tone is everything, man. Everybody.
Why even play,
Yeah. No, I get nothing against the companies. No, that didn't come out like, no. It's just like any other relationship you have. Is it a fit or is it not a fit? Just like with a relationship with a woman, if it's a fit, great. If it's not, it has to come to an end. So good for you, man. Really good. And speaking of that, let's talk about gear for a bit. What's your number one guitar right now that you like to reach for?
Wow. She's right there. It's my
pull it up. Let me see it.
See it.
Yeah, of course. You got it. 335 right behind you. It's got his own chair right there.
Oh yeah, I have 335s now.
Oh, that's beautiful. Let me see that, man. That's a beautiful 335, man. Okay, so talk about this guitar.
So I used to have a 69 335, all original, that had the trapeze, the trapeze.
Oh yeah, I do.
And which has a different sound. It's cool, but I prefer the stop tail because it has more sustain, And I said, you know what? I'm gonna lose a lot of money if I do the conversion.
Yeah.
So I found this one, which is a 68.
That's a 68.
Yeah, it's a 68. It used to have the trapeze.
That looks beautiful. I cannot believe.
You can see the holes here.
Yeah, but that guitar looks great, man.
Yeah. So I used to have the trapeze. So the previous owner, they did the conversion already, and it was cheaper than mine. So because it has a lot of issues, it has holes here too. I don't know if the guy was left-handed and then he make holes to change the pick guard. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And there's this hole here that when I was getting the guitar, I thought it would be like a 345 that has the baritone.
Yeah.
But they told me, no, the previous owner put like a button to change the phases of the pickup, something weird. I don't know, something.
But that's what made that guitar probably affordable, having these
exactly.
Man.
The tuners are not original anymore, but the Grovers, which is cool.
Yeah.
But the pickups are original,
Oh, those are PAFs.
Yeah. I don't know if 68 they PAFs still. Are they?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Maybe I know.
But the thing is, so I sold my 69 for really good money, and then I bought this one cheaper, and the other guitar was great, but this one is better. Sounds better.
That's a beautiful guitar, man. Really cool. I cannot believe that guitar is 68. It looks really good. Looks in really good shape, man. All right, so that's your number one. What's number 2 and 3?
Oh, I think the Les Paul is the number 2. She's right here.
Yeah, man. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I see you playing. Tell me about that guitar.
Yeah, this one is Gabby.
Gabby.
Gabby. It's called Gabby, but I didn't name her. It's a collector's choice, the number 30. So it's called Gabby. It stands for Great Appraisal Burst. It
Okay.
has a really beautiful verse. I don't know if you can
Yeah, I
see
could
it.
see it. I could see the quilting on it too. It looks great. What year is that?
It's 2016, I guess. 15, 16, yeah.
But it's a
It's
reissue
it's a reissue, yes, yes.
of 58, 59?
59.
59.
So this
So
guitar was the first guitar in my whole life, like expensive, like really good one that I really bought it.
yeah.
So when I came here, because the thing is, if you think that guitars are expensive here, you have to check in Brazil with
Oh,
the
they're probably
taxes and
crazy,
everything,
right? Yeah.
like 4 times more, three
Holy.
times more. I don't know.
So it
So
was
if it's
almost
not
like
like that, I
cheap for
wouldn't
you.
be able to buy in Brazil at all. Yes,
Yeah, I get
still
it.
expensive, still a lot of money, but it was, when I just got here and I said, I really want a good Les Paul. I never had a really good Les Paul, and then I had this chance, so I just got this one.
Has that neck pretty thick?
Uh, it's okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. It looks average.
That's a curious thing, because I was last week. I met Joe Bonamassa, and then he was playing, and then he brought his Snake Bite 59, and then I asked, and then he said, "You want to check?" And I said, "Yeah, of course." And then I was checking the guitar, and then the neck was thinner, like almost like a 60s neck.
Really? Because
Yeah.
everybody I hear is, oh, the 59 is thick. Before 60s is really thick.
No, it was really like thin.
That's
Not like the slim taper, what the Gibson calls some new guitars that has really, really, really a thinner one, but it was much thinner than mine.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Because I have this. This is like a 60s reissue.
Nice.
It's thin. I'm not a big guy. I'm only 5'9". My hands are average size, and I like, I can't play a big thick neck. It just doesn't feel comfortable for me, and I love that guitar. It's very slim neck. Well, same thing as my SG.
Have Bigsby right there?
Yeah, you know what? It's really funny. So this looks like a vintage. It's not. It's like 2013. What happened was I was up in Nashville, and I found this on Craigslist, and I haven't been playing guitar a long time at the time. And I was with somebody, and they said, well, there's an aftermarket Bigsby. So I said, oh, because I thought it'd be like I imagine somebody like myself sitting in their garage drilling holes in there. I'm like, I'm not taking that guitar. But it turned out the guy I bought it from worked at Gibson. So they put the Bigsby on at Gibson at the shop, and then they put this little custom made here on top of the stop tail. Yeah. To make it, and this is what the vintage ones look like.
Yeah.
So it looks vintage. It's not. It's just, but it sounds great. It's got the 57, the classic 57.
Is that heavy because of the Bigsby or no?
No. This is, it's heavier than a modern Les Paul, but I don't find it heavy per se. It's just, as it's bigger, so your shoulder has to go around it more. That's it. But no, I love this guitar, man.
That's actually what I like in 335s, the way that the guitar wears, it's really cool.
On top of you, yeah. I just love the sound of the 335. It's just such a beautiful sounding guitar. And okay, so you got your 68 335, your 2016 59 reissue. What's number 3?
I would say just because the affection that I had for the guitar, not necessarily because the guitar plays great, or it's the 335, the blonde one that I won as an award from the Blues Foundation.
Yep. What was it? What year was that one?
I think it was the same year that I won. It's 2018. It's a brand new guitar.
Cool. Really cool.
And then what I did, I put on the Les Pauls, the throwback pickups.
Yeah, sure.
So I put Peter Greens on my Les Paul and out of phase. And then the ones that I have on the Les Paul, the custom Bookers, I put on the 335, the blonde one.
Oh, cool. How's that sound?
Much better.
Oh, that's nice, man. That's nice. On this Les Paul, I put EMGs on there. They have a new thing called Fat 55s. They're retro, and they sound like PAFs. They sound great, man. Really, really great. I love that guitar now. I didn't play it as much before, but now I play it a little more often because of that. So funny how pickups can really change the whole, the feel, the sound, everything. It can make you want to play guitar more, or maybe
Yeah,
less.
it inspires you more. Yeah.
Yeah, very much so, man. So that's really cool. So are you primarily a humbucker guy then?
Yeah, it used to before it used to be more Strat. I was playing Strat all the time because I was a big fan of Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimi Hendrix. So for a long time it was single coils, and then I don't know, I just started playing 335s. I don't know what. I don't even remember why. It just became. Yeah. So now it's my main guitar.
Very cool. Yeah, I go back and forth. I know how you feel. It's like I prefer the Gibson's a humbucker sound too, to be honest. I have not played. I was wondering because Strat's an easy guitar to play.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering I have not played one, but a Strat with humbuckers. Have you played one of those?
No, but I really like what Michael Landau he does.
Oh, that guy could play a ukulele and be like, holy shit.
Have you interviewed him before?
No, I did speak with him, and he said he's kind of like reclusive. He would not feel comfortable doing an interview like this. He's very under the radar. This is a while ago. I don't know. Maybe I'll reach back out to him because somebody told me he recently did a podcast, but I tend to be like not pushy about it. Like if you want to come on the show, cool. If you don't, that's cool. I don't want to be like a sales guy about it. So I would love to have him on, because he's such a great player, but I had Wayne Krantz on recently, not a play. He's not the same style, but he's a little more low key.
Two humbuckers, right? On the Strat, right?
Yes. And he, he had a good time on the show. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. You never know. It's a long life, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was your first guitar in Brazil? Electric.
It was an Epiphone SG Special.
Do you still have it?
No, my mother, she really wants to find that guitar and buy the guitar.
Yeah, man.
I don't even know who has it, but yeah.
Hey, if anybody has Artur Menezes Epiphone SG Special, reach out to him or contact me on the show because him and his mom want to buy the guitar from you.
It was the cheapest SG that you could find at that time, and it didn't even have the pick guard. And I was a big fan of AC/DC, Angus Young, and I didn't have, and I said, oh shit, I don't have the pick guard. I want a pick guard, and then I think my father made one for me.
Oh, that's cool.
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. I guess in a place like Brazil, you can't just go online and like order a pick guard.
I think nowadays, yes, but at the time, I'm still young, but at the time we didn't. When I started playing, there was no YouTube, or if there was, I don't even know that we had that.
Yeah.
We didn't have Reverb.com or I don't know, or eBay. I don't think we had that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I would imagine. Tell me your top 3 desert island discs. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
Probably Texas Flood because it was one of the first blues albums and the first Stevie Ray album that I heard. Bring Them In. I think you say like bring them in. Yeah, it's a Buddy Guy's
Bring Them
album.
In. Yeah, Bring Them In.
Because I bought this album actually in Buddy Guy's a club in Chicago when I was there, when it was released, and he signed for me.
Oh, that's cool.
And I have great memories all the time when I listen to that album. Just remember that time because it was a great time in my life when I was in Chicago. Really, really cool. Yeah. The third one, that's tough. I don't know, man. Maybe I would say like a Hound Dog Taylor tribute.
Oh, that's interesting.
You know the album?
I do not. I don't know much of Hound Dog Taylor's stuff.
It has Warren Haynes. It has it's a bunch of slide players. It has what's his name? Sonny Landreth.
Yeah.
So it's a great
Derek
album. It's only Derek Trucks is not there. I don't know why.
Not. Interesting.
Yeah, he's not there. So it's an album. It's a tribute with only Hound Dog Taylor songs.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
And I have great memories with that album. Yeah.
Did you get that here or in Brazil when you were a kid?
In Brazil. Most of the albums that I had when I was a kid, it was from my brother. My brother's albums.
Were you able? Did they have proper stores, or did you have to get those underground because they were from the States?
No, they have stores. They have stores, but it would be very expensive and very hard to find.
That's what
I remember one of the first money that I got from shows, like performing gigs in Brazil. It was always like that. The money at the time in our family, we were not like poor, but we didn't have money to have some kind of luxury. So
sure.
All the time that I play a show and I have the money, I bought strings, and the money was gone. But the thing is, I just have money to buy some local strings, like some companies in Brazil, and they were not reliable. And I put the strings on my guitar. After playing 1 hour, I used to break the first string. So I had to stay the whole month playing with 5 strings.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Or until I have because at that time I was gigging like once in a month. Or until I got another gig to buy new strings. And then I remember that one day we made a little more money, and then I went to a music store with my brother, and then I bought the BBC sessions with Jimi Hendrix.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the time I just discovered Jimi Hendrix from the Woodstock, the VHS show. And then I have to buy a CD. And then that was the only CD that the guy had available at the time in the store. BBC section. So I bought that one with my money. It was expensive because it was 2 CDs. You know?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I would imagine in a foreign country like that would not be. Well, they don't have a ton of them. Yeah, it probably costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Hey, Artur, what do you like most about yourself? Tough question.
I think just what we mentioned before about the drive that I want to, because I have ambition, but not in a bad meaning of the word, but ambition that I.
How is that? What can possibly be a bad meaning of ambition?
Sometimes the word ambition in Brazil, if you're too ambitious, it means that you're greedy, that you're stepping.
Oh, really?
People to get what you want. I think, some people, they think that word has that meaning sometimes in Brazil.
Yeah.
Sometimes
here they call that asshole. For future.
I have ambitions. I think ambition, right? Ambition.
Yeah, ambition. Yeah, right on there, man.
I'm ambitious.
Yeah,
right?
You're ambitious. Yeah, there you go. He's conjugating adjectives right here on live on the show.
So I think when I believe in something and I think that I have the chance to accomplish something, so I like to try.
Man, that's a great quality.
I don't give up easily, you know.
That's a great quality. That's a really good quality. And congratulations to you for having that, man. Mm-hmm. How about the other side? If there's anything you could change about yourself, what would that be?
I would love to be less anxious.
Yeah, interesting.
Yes.
What do you do to like get rid of your anxiety?
I do meditations for about 5 years, maybe 4 years.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Has that helped you?
Huh?
Has that helped?
A lot.
Good.
A lot. And because what I still want to learn about myself, I really wanted to give a shit about things. You know, like, you know, those people that they don't care. Whatever you say, I don't care. It doesn't hurt me. But no, I'm very, when people say stuff or bad stuff, it hurts me. You know? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And I have anxieties. I mean, like, not the crazy anxieties, but I got much better when I started doing meditations.
That's good.
And actually, I lost a lot of the peace of mind that I had when I came here. Because, you know, when I came to LA, I was starting everything all over again. Yeah. And it's not only the career, it's the life. It's finding a place to live. It's being able to support yourself. It's dealing with taxes. It's dealing with the visa situation. And, you know, it's a lot of stuff. So I lost some of the peace that I got when I started doing meditations in Brazil, but I still do. So what I felt, it made me more confident. It made me more calm, and actually made my music more real. Because before, when I was playing, there was always those thoughts coming through my mind, like, now I'm going to play that fast line to impress the crowd. Or now I'm going to do this, or I don't know if people, they like me or not, and start to reading the audience. They think that they're not enjoying, and that kind of thing that ruins your playing. So when I start doing meditation, I start to play music, like really play music, not thinking, just feeling it. So when I play something fast, I'm not trying to impress. It's just what I was building lead to that. And sometimes there are some gigs that I'm playing more fast. Sometimes there are gigs that I'm playing more slow. And I understood that happens according to my state of mind. So if I'm in a situation right now that I'm dealing with a lot of stuff and it's kind of hard, I tend to play faster.
Right.
If I'm very cool, everything gets happening the way I want, and I feel more connected and everything, I play slower. So I think it's all about what you feel inside, and then you put through your music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. Well, it's good. So when you're meditating, you find you're more in the present where you're not thinking about it. Yeah. That's
Exactly.
good. A lot of people I've spoken to have deal with that, from an anxiety standpoint, that, they're worried, or it upsets them what other people think of them and whatever. And meditation has been a really big help to many people I've interviewed. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you could find that. You're a hell of a good player, man, honestly. So, I mean, for whatever that's worth, I wouldn't be thinking about anything and I wouldn't give a shit, because if someone doesn't like you, let them go turn the channel, man, or something else. Seriously, it's not your problem. It's their problem,
Yeah, I agree with that, but still, I still feel, hurt.
It's cool. Your tattoo, you have an F hole as a tattoo. I have never seen that. What made you get that? That is really cool. I've never thought of it.
I think my love for 335s, I guess.
35s.
Yeah. And sometimes I like to play different guitars. Even 335 is my favorite guitar. In humbucker, sometimes I go to a gig with my Tele or my Strat.
Right.
Even when you said that I kind of sound the same with the different guitars, I feel like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I play Strat, it comes more of my Steve Ray.
Yeah, of course.
When I play the Les Paul, it comes more like more
Peter Green.
Peter Green, yeah. And when I play the 335s, it comes a lot of Clapton, and because the first album that I heard from Clapton, it was from the Cradle, and there's a show, and there's some songs that he plays at 335.
Okay.
And actually, when he was playing Cream, he played.
Yeah, he played an SG, I think, when he was with Cream.
Yeah, Firebird too.
Firebird and SG, right.
Oh yeah, I like that. So, but one day I was thinking, you know what? Would be cool if whatever guitar I'm playing, it's gonna be a 335. So I said, okay, I'm gonna put like a tattoo here, because when I rest my guitar,
it's
be like an FO with a guitar. I said, that's cool. And then
did you get most of those tattoos here in the States, or some when you were in Brazil?
This one was here,
right?
But this one was in Brazil. That's my first one. It's it has a Strat.
Oh wow,
blues.
It's blues. Yeah, that's very cool, man.
Yeah,
that's really cool. You keep
that's
hanging around.
That's when you know when you love something. You have like some couples, they put the name of the
spouse on there, or the partner,
girlfriend or whatever. They put the name.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I will never break up with this.
No, with the blues, I don't think you will. I think you're good, man. I think you're good.
Yeah.
If you keep hanging around Josh Smith, you're gonna have a lot more tattoos. Let me tell you. That guy.
He has a ton.
Covered with them.
Yeah.
Something or someone that you miss from your childhood.
Maybe just my family. I mean, they're still around, thanks God, but they're not here with me.
Yeah, I get that.
I think especially my old brother. I mean, we know with brothers and guys, we don't share much emotion, because we guys, we're tough. But I grew up with him, and without my father around, I mean, he was always present, always calling, or I was meeting him during the holidays. But my father figure was my brother.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and I started playing guitar, and actually I started listening to rock because of him. Because the thing is, even having my mothers and others and Sigurd in the family, when you were a kid, you like to, if you have a brother or old brother, you like to copy your brother, not your mother.
Of course, yeah.
So he started listening to AC/DC when he was 10, and I was 3. So I
Oh,
remember
so
as a
he's
kid,
7 years older. Yeah. So he's a
yeah,
big influence on you.
yeah.
Okay. Totally
I
get
remember him as a kid playing AC/DC, and I was listening to that. And all the time I wanted to listen to the records, and he didn't let me touch because it was with the needle, like the vinyls. So yeah, so
Yeah. Okay.
that was my big first influence. That was Angus Young. That's why my first guitar was an SG. Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
And I actually I played in some AC/DC cover bands.
In Brazil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean not cover bands, like a cover band.
Yeah.
And I was Angus. Angus. I was using the same uniform, playing
Really?
doing the crazy thing. I used to have the long hair.
That's wild.
Yeah, and
Oh
playing note
man.
by note. You know. Yeah.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
What's the most, so you mentioned your dad. What's the most important thing your dad taught you?
I think it was about being serious and professional. When I told you about the conversation I had with him,
Yeah.
that he said, okay, if music is what you want, go do your best. You don't have to be the best. That's not the point, but go do your best, show up on time, and do that with love and professionally and with respect. And then you're gonna
That's
come
cool.
to things. Yeah,
That's really cool. That's a very cool conversation. What kind of work does your dad do?
He was also a university teacher,
Okay.
like professor, but he was engineer, like mechanical engineer.
Sure.
That was the subject that he used to teach. Yeah.
It's
Nowadays, he just rides motorcycles and all over Brazil, and he's in a club. How do you call, like a motorcycle club? Like a,
yeah. Motorcycle club.
yeah. So he's everywhere.
Interesting. When you have parents that are academics, there's a lot of pressure to go the same way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. So I give you a lot
In
of
Brazil, there's this culture that you need to have a diploma. You need to have something. You need to graduate in a university. If you do that, you're nothing. You know. But there's a lot of people that graduate. They has a diploma. They're not happy, or they're not making enough money as they could be doing to, have like a decent. And I think it's not related with a piece of paper. It's just,
no, man. It's like if you got a piece of paper but no ambition, you're going to be broke.
Yeah.
So, no, I mean, I think it's from my perspective, it's ambition, it's belief that you could do it, and then it's doing what you love.
Mm-hmm.
Just my observation, Most important thing your mom taught you?
So many things, but I would say just be yourself. Yeah, I think that's it, because she's very, very peculiar. She's something else. My mother,
that's a tough word to use. That's a good use of that. That's a tough word to use in English. So good for you.
Because it's close to Portuguese. Peculiar.
Oh, okay, but you used it perfectly. Okay, you used it perfectly. So go ahead. Your mom's peculiar. In what way?
Yeah, she dresses the way she wants. She has that thing that actually it's at the same time that she doesn't give a fuck about anything, she does.
That's what I was thinking when you said that. I'm like, oh, your mom doesn't give a shit about anything.
So I think for some stuff she doesn't. So she dresses the way she wants. She doesn't care. I remember when I was a kid, when she showed up to school to pick me up to bring me back home, I was all the time embarrassed because she was dressing completely different. And she used to scream like, baby, when she sees me and waiting for a hug. And everyone in school was like, baby, baby. Like,
yeah, that's tough, man. That's
But she dresses the way she wants. She starts singing in the middle of the street. She starts dancing. She's that kind of
free spirit.
Yeah, I wish I had more from that, like that. I think I have that when I'm on stage.
That's great.
Yeah.
Some of that is age, man, because as you get older, for some people I've noticed you naturally give a fuck less, to be honest with you. Some of it. I mean, some people are just like don't care from the beginning, but some people I noticed as they've gotten older, they care less.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope that happens.
They don't worry. If you want it to happen, it's up to you, man. If it's meant to be, it's up to you. You'll make it happen, man. Yeah. 3 more questions, and I really appreciate your time. Do you have any hobbies or interests outside of music?
I like going to the gym.
Cool.
Although it doesn't look like that.
No,
Yeah. I'm not like, but the thing is, I think because of the anxieties in the past, I think it was 2012, something like that. It was actually before opening for Buddy Guy. A lot of things were happening with my career, like things started to happen, like became better and more serious. And I think I was very anxious. So I had two problems. One, there was one day that I woke up and I couldn't open my mouth.
Holy crap.
Couldn't. So what I still have this. So I still sleep nowadays with a night guard.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Night guard, right?
I know what you're talking about. It goes around your teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I'm sleeping, I keep like a
You clench your teeth.
Yes, exactly. Like because I'm tension, like
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know. So at that time, I got that big crisis, and then I couldn't open my mouth.
Wow.
So I started to do like some therapies and some I took some pills and everything, and then when I started using that thing,
the night guard, yeah.
The night guard, yes. But I also had like a problem in my back. I don't know what happened. I think it was because of stress.
Yeah, it's probably.
I had this pain in my back, terrible, that used to go to the legs.
Oh, and sciatica.
Yeah.
That is really painful.
Terrible. That's when I started playing an SG again because it was lighter.
Yeah.
And all the time that I was playing shows, I was in the dressing room, like laying down like that. Laying or lying? I never learned that word.
I don't know, man.
I
get what you're saying. Either way, it makes sense.
Yeah. And then playing, and then went back, just come back and resting again. It was terrible. So I had a lot of therapy, with chiropractic and other stuff. And then I was feeling better and recovered. I started going to the gym. That's when the pain went away.
That's great, man. What do you do in the gym? You lift weights or you do cardio?
Yeah, lifting weights.
Good for you, man.
And then I noticed that when I stopped showing to the gym again, showing up to the gym, the pain got back. And then I say, you know what? That's my thing. So I don't like the gym. I don't like the atmosphere. I don't like the music at all. I don't like the attitude.
Dude, you put your headphones on.
Yeah, I bring my headphones all the time.
There you go, man.
And but then I noticed that it's very important for me. So that's why I go to the gym every week. When I don't go, I start to freaking out, like missing,
Well, dude, if you come here to Tampa, we'll go work out. We'll go to gym together. Yeah, man. It's just such a good. I've been doing that for years, man. It's such a good stress relief, man. It's really like for me. It's it really.
I used to love the gym that I had nearby my place because it was a really old one, like a vintage one.
Oh yeah, with the old equipment and shit.
Yeah, old equipment, and people that was coming was more cool, more more. But then they closed that, so I have to go to one that it's in Studio City, and there's a lot of actors, actresses, and models, and that kind of attitude. And
I don't like that shit.
It's very clean and new. I don't like it.
Yeah, I like clean and new. I don't like people to sit there in front of the mirror. It's not my crowd. It's not my thing.
Selfies and
Yeah. Oh my God. Selfies in the gym. Good Lord, man. Fuck. Sorry. What's your favorite place you traveled, man? You've been all over the world.
I really liked when I'd been to Mexico. It was
where in Mexico?
Place. I've been many places to Mexico. I've been in Mexico City, Tulum, Cancun, Playa del Carmen, San Lorenzo Beach, Campeche. The most pretty was Tulum. Tulum was amazing. It's next to Cancun. I never saw like an ocean with that color. And what? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's all good.
What happened here? Someone is calling me. Okay, sorry.
You're fine, bro.
But I don't see you.
Oh, because the thing came up in front of your
my phone, my computer too.
Oh,
I hate when that happens.
Look for the
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, okay. So how do you spell it? Tulum. I never even heard of that.
Tulum. I think it's Tullum. I think it's Tulum.
And you like it? It's just pretty there.
And they have some I don't know how to say in English, like ruins. I don't know, like
ruins. Yeah.
Yeah, from from the, I
Like
don't
the
think it's
Indians?
Aztecs. I don't think it's Aztecs. I think it's Maya. I don't know.
Mayans, yeah.
It's so beautiful, and it's like in a hill, and it has these ruins, and then the ocean is right there, like
Oh, that's nice,
hitting
man.
the rocks. So beautiful, such a great energy, and yeah, I love the place. I've never been a place beautiful like the place. I wish I could come back there.
That's cool, man. Hey,
Yeah.
anybody booking in Tulum? Here you go. And last question, man. What is, and thank you for all your time. I really appreciate
Yeah.
it for being so real and opening up. What's the toughest decision that you've had to make, or the most difficult thing you've had to do?
I think it was moving out. First time moving from Sao Paulo, or from my hometown Fortaleza to Sao Paulo, then moving from Sao Paulo to here. Because all the time with those travels, I was all the time leaving family behind, like girlfriends, like people that you think it was the love of your life, and then even like that, you said, okay, I'm sorry, but I feel incomplete. I love you, whatever, but
I love you, whatever.
but
I'm incomplete. I love you, whatever. I got to go.
but I felt like I suffered a lot.
I get it, man.
With those decisions.
Sure, man. That's tough to do, especially as a young kid by yourself. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, but I think something that happened, the way that I discovered the blues, because I used to live close to a radio station, and I was playing. I had like a very, very shitty amplifier. It wasn't even mine. It was a friend of mine. I loaned from him. It was those speakers that you can plug like a keyboard, guitar, vocals.
Oh, yeah.
And then like terrible. And then I was playing with that, and I was all the time picking up interference from the radio. I used to live very close to a radio station.
That's wild.
Then one day I was jamming with some AC/DC vinyl, I don't know. And then the radio started playing on the speakers, and I started jamming with that. And then I said, this is cool. I started jamming, and then the guy said, the MC, you say MC?
The
host?
DJ.
The DJ. He said, okay, this is the program, this radio show about the blues, and this is the phone number. And then I called, hey, what's that? What's blues? And then the guy said, yes, it's a radio show about the blues. It's a kind of music. I said, whoa. And that's when I started. So I already was playing the blues through AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, because they're very influential. Sure. But I didn't know the real blues. So I think there was something from destiny since that day. And I said, I'm going to go with this. So that thing is always driving me. And then I think it was what made me move to a different city and move here. And I think it's the blues, not only guitar, not only music, it's the blues that's all the time pushing me.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Listen, first of all, thank you very much for everything, man. You're a real nice guy. I'd love to have you back on the show in a few years and see where your career's at and what you're doing. I want to hear some more stories. Yeah. Next time you come on, you'll have no anxiety. You won't give a fuck about anything, and you'll have 2 or 3 more records out.
I'd love to, yeah.
Let me tell people where they could get turned on to you. If you don't know Artur Menezes, he's a wonderful player, man. I mean, he's he's legit, the real deal blues guy. Let me spell his name. It's Artur, Artur Menezes, Menezes. And a few things. His new single, Fight for Your Love, great record. It's going to be on his upcoming album. You could also check him out and follow him on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, he is available. You have some programs and courses. I want to talk about those in a minute, but he also is available for lessons. But here's the deal. The best people to work with him as far as lessons go would be someone that's already an intermediate blues player. And if you're specifically interested in kind of like learning his approach to the blues, and I think you're looking for, and if I'm wrong, please tell me, but I think you're looking for more of a relationship where someone's looking for almost like a blues mentor, maybe, where you could have
No, I would say it's just because I have not enough available time for lessons, and a lot of people want lessons, so yeah. I charge a little, like a good amount of money, not that crazy expensive, but it's not cheap. So if you're just learning, I think you can learn like basic stuff with anyone.
Sure.
So you don't have to pay more money. You can play like cheap lessons and learn that. So I think it's better if you already know how to play the blues and you want to understand my approach, because I approach the blues in a different way, and or if you advance it too, you know.
Absolutely.
So
but if you're looking for specific guidance from Artur, that's what you're going to pay for. Really.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Thank you. Also, you have some courses out. Talk about those.
Yes. Yeah, I have at the jamplay.com. I have two at the Jam Track Central that now is called JTC.
All right.
And I have a new one that is coming up through Pickup Jazz, you know, the Pickup Music on Instagram, the page.
No, I don't know that.
It's like a huge page. They're more into this neo soul kind of playing, but I'm gonna have my blues.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
So Pickup Jazz on Instagram, jtc.com and jamplay.com, correct?
Yeah.
All right, cool. What if somebody wants the outline of your F-hole tattoo? Listen, man, thank you for everything. I really appreciate it. I wish you nothing but lots of success, man. You're a great player. You're a really hardworking guy, man. And it's a real pleasure to get to talk to you. When are you going out on tour again? I mean, a national tour?
I don't know. I'm just, since I don't have the booker or booking agency, I'm just doing by myself. So I have this thing in Dallas, this
little thing called the Crossroads.
but then I have a little tour in Florida that I booked by myself. It's October.
Are you coming to Tampa?
No, I tried Tampa actually. I contacted some places, but
dude, there's some good. Go find out. Call Skipper's. That'd be a perfect place for you. Skipper's Smokehouse.
Contact them. No answer.
You're kidding me.
No answer.
That'd be a perfect place for you. That's like
I'm gonna be in Delray Beach. It's called
Funky Biscuit.
Arts Garage.
Okay, Arts Garage over in Delray Beach.
Yeah.
What else?
And I'll be Bamboo Center of Performing Arts. It's in Winter Park.
Yep. Okay.
And I'm gonna be at the Villages. You know the Villages, the big.
Yeah,
community.
I know exactly.
They have a blues society there.
Oh, cool.
So I'm gonna be performing there too. Yeah.
Oh, dude, if you come to Tampa, please let me know. I would love to come see you. We can go. I'll take you for some Cuban coffee. We can hang out. And,
I would love to. Yeah.
Go to the gym, kick some ass, and fucking take no names, brother.
And then I have a show in Israel too. I have what else do I have? And I have local shows all the time, playing local shows and trying to book more stuff for next year. You know.
So, okay. And is that all on your webpage or is on social media? Okay. So go to Artur Menezes. Again, it's ARTURMENEZES.com, and all the shows are there. And if you're a booking agent and you want a really high energy, just a good guy that knows what he's doing, very professional, he shows up on time and has his amp and all that good stuff, contact Artur because he's be a great guy to book. Man, I cannot believe Skippers didn't return your call.
No.
God, that'd be a perfect place for you to play, man. Perfect. Do you know Sean Chambers?
I don't know. Maybe
blues guy. He plays there a lot, man. And it's just, you ever heard of Michael Brooks? He passed away, but did you know?
Yes. Yes.
Played there, man. Hot Tuna and Jorma Kaukonen used to play there.
Hot Tuna, I contact them too.
Oh, God. Anyway, man, hang on. Let me wrap up. Thank you for everything, man. It was real nice talking with you. I wish you the best of success. You'll be on here again, I promise.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Everybody, thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this show, please share it on your social media with your friends. We appreciate your support. Please check out Artur Menezes and his music and support what he's doing. He's a great blues artist, and he's going to be making a big name for himself in the industry, and he's going to make sure blues is on modern media. And make sure you go to everyonelovesguitar.com, sign up to get on our newsletter list so you and I can connect. And most important, remember that happiness is a choice, so choose wisely. Be nice, go play your guitar, and have fun. Till next time, peace and love, everybody. I'm out. Artur, thank you for everything, brother.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Good. Me too, man.